Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel with another video for you guys here today, and a video I'm very excited to make because the Dallas Cowboys are not settling with what they have on this team, and they're looking to improve if the opportunity arises, and that involves former Colts linebacker Shaq Leonard. So for those that are unaware of what has been transpiring over the past week, the Colts recently released Shaq Leonard. We already know that. But after he cleared waivers, there were two teams that showed interest, the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. There was a little bit of radio silence after that report came out, and then we didn't find out until today that the Cowboys would be hosting a visit for Shaquille Leonard in hopes of possibly signing him to add linebacker depth. So now the big question is, okay, well, why would the Cowboys add Shaquille Leonard? Why was he released in the first place? And what would a signing mean for the Dallas Cowboys? So to address the elephant in the room first, why is he even on the open market to begin with? Why did the Colts cut him? Well, it first off was a surprising cut because I don't think a lot of people saw it coming. But it's really two big factors. Number one, playing time and availability. He's been hurt over the past two seasons. And going alongside that, for number two, he just hasn't been playing well in terms of what the contract demands him to play at. You know, when he came into the NFL, he was looked at as a top linebacker in this league, and he was playing at that level, but as time is going on, that play has dropped off. Now, that doesn't mean he's a bad player by any stretch of the imagination. I think whoever he signs with, he will provide quality NFL depth at the linebacker position moving forward into the stretch run, knowing how injuries can mound up on a team. I think a lot of us saw when Markquese had that injury scare, we were like, yo, I think we need to get this guy in here. And maybe that's what the Cowboys are thinking. But if you do add Shaquille Leonard, what happens to this linebacker room? Because you added Rashaan Evans, who's been a solid signing so far. What does it mean moving forward? I think it allows you to rest some guys and not have them used up as much and beat up come playoff time. I think that Shaq Leonard also is a fantastic locker room guy who would vibe very well here from what has been said by Colts fans and what he's been doing even after he was released during Thanksgiving and stuff. Looks, you know, he's a great guy from what has been reported. And I think that also you signing him keeps him away from other teams in the event that they go through a rough patch with their linebacker core. And I think that that has really been the last thing that I want to see from this team was add more depth at the linebacker position. And I think we're good. And I think a Shaq Leonard signing does that for me. Is you sign him, you might have to work around who you continue to bring up. And I think that, you know, you have to look at this roster and we'll have that conversation come time. To me, I have no problem with just with Peyton Hendershot coming back, right? I think you can say to Sean McEwen, all right, thanks, Sean, but he hasn't been that, and so you can cut him and you can bring in Shaquille Leonard. But to also look at this for what it is, what happens long term? Is he just here for this year, or do you re-sign him? Well, I don't know. I think that depending on what his effectiveness is at, I wouldn't be shocked if you sign him. He makes a play for you, kind of like how maybe that is what it is. You know, you sign Shaq Leonard, and just like how T.Y. Hilton was, he makes a game-changing play. That would be funny. That would be, you know, an interesting parallel. But either way, I do think that the Dallas Cowboys signing him would be another all-in move, number one. But number two, it shows me that this team isn't afraid to continuously add talent. I mean, they added Markquese Bryant onto the practice squad. We'll see how he does possibly next year, or if they feel like they need to elevate him, that is what it is. But to me, I think that having Markquese Bryant on the practice squad tells me that next year they're going to look to use him a little bit more. And I don't know if they're going to move around with some of the contracts and stuff like that. But the Cowboys are well positioned next year. They don't have a lot of free agents that I'm worried about. Sure, you have some big names on there, but I think we'll get to that point when we get there. I'll probably do a video on that. But with that being said, the Dallas Cowboys are interested in Shaq Leonard. We'll probably find out before our game versus Seattle if he will be a Cowboy. They're saying sometime before Wednesday. We'll find out. I don't know. But tell me what you guys think down below. Do you think the Dallas Cowboys should sign Shaquille Leonard? If they should, tell me why. If not, tell me why. I'm curious. But with that being said, guys, I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.